Hello and welcome to the CNY Business Connection. I'm Jason Weinstein. Coming up on this week's show, we'll visit one of the top solar energy providers in central New York and tell you why it may make sense to go green by letting the sun shine in. Plus, we'll have the latest from Bob Stesi from Stesi Training and Consulting and our latest tech tip from Cyber City. But we'll begin with the latest in business news from around the area. Here's video of what might be the shape of future jobs at Lockheed Martin in Owego. It's of that unmanned cargo helicopter that Lockheed will help develop for the U.S. Navy. The robot aircraft will supply coalition troops on the battlefields of Afghanistan. The $45.8 million contract was announced earlier this month. The KMAX aircraft system is capable of delivering more cargo to more locations in one flight than any other rotocraft.
This aircraft can lift 6,000 pounds. Essentially what the aircraft has the ability to be able to do is essentially pick your car up, deliver it 100 miles and put it anywhere we request it to be put within 30 feet accuracy.
If the aircraft is successful in its mission, Lockheed expects that demand for such equipment could create more jobs in the future. New Yorkers are feeling slightly more upbeat about the economy, but they still lag behind the nation, and there is growing concern over rising gas prices. The Siena Research Institute found consumer confidence rose for the third straight month in New York, but well over half of New Yorkers say gas prices are affecting their finances. Concern over higher gas prices spiked 35 points over the last 2 months. The fire and flood cleanup business ServPro, which serves central New York, took on some water back in 2006 when it was on South Washington Street in Binghamton. Now the business is on higher ground on Conklin Avenue. The expansion was the real reason for the move, however. ServPro is now doing state-of-the-art electronic and content cleaning and restoration, a first for upstate New York. The equipment can completely restore most fire-damaged items, from dishes to TVs and computers.
The industry is actually looking towards what do you do with your contents? Is it safe to clean them? And we have a machine designed right here that we utilize that can clean mold-damaged clothing and as well as the contents of a home that are in a harder sense.
The Conklin Avenue operation serves customers in Broome, Tioga, and Tompkins counties. The Social Security Works campaign is making stops throughout the area, spreading its warning about the future of Social Security. Eric Kingson, the national co-director, is spreading his warnings about the future of the federal program and some of his solutions.
We're trying to get this message out to Americans that their Social Security, their children's Social Security, and their grandchildren's Social Security is threatened. And this is not the kind of America we want.
One proposal to help strengthen Social Security, according to Kingson, is to raise the income ceiling above which no FICA tax is collected.
A total of 3,000 people here not for entertainment but rather employment. A vast reservoir of experience and talent idle for months and in some cases years.
It's pretty devastating to see as many people coming and participating, just the sheer numbers.
Don't give up was the message from EJ casualty Bob Glenn, now self-employed.
I'm just an ordinary person, truly. I didn't ask for a lot of the changes I had to make in my life. They were forced upon me, and I had to survive.
Then came advice on job interviews and information on a job training program from participating employers, including Pete Gulick, who only wishes he had more openings.
Everybody I interviewed through this program was capable of doing the job that I was interviewing them for.
The Broome Tioga workforce people say the program was tailored for those who've been out of work a long time and who may have grown discouraged in their job search. The goal is to have these people walking out the door begin the new year with new enthusiasm for finding work.
I do feel a little more encouraged now that I came. I was kind of iffy, like a lot of people probably were, skeptical, but I'm glad I came.
It was very motivational, and just, you know, life is what it is, and you can't let yourself get down and not get back up.
You can go down to the Department of Labor a lot, but until you get something out like this, where you got a whole bunch of people all together that are all suffering the same thing, sort of makes you realize that you're not alone.
We hope you enjoyed that. When we come back, Governor David Paterson makes a big decision regarding the future of hydrofracking in New York State. Plus, the latest bit of business wisdom from someone who has lived it, thanks to our friends at Prendismo.com.
I'm Norm Poltenson. I've published the Central New York Business Journal for 25 years. Our success is based on the fact that we know only one audience, owners and managers of businesses in Central New York. We publish stories for them, we don't offer sound bites, and we always source our information. Maybe technology's changed since I started publishing 25 years ago, but not our mission. You can always rely on the Central New York Business Journal providing your business news.
I'm Susan from Tarjac. You may know us as the source for the best camo for your guns and bows, but we do so much more. Our custom work with automotive parts can transform any vehicle, our ATVs, sleds, four-wheelers, motorcycles. We've received national recognition for our work with Orange County Choppers, and we are most proud of our partnership with the future servicemen by providing customized helmets for the Army-Navy game. From the national stage to your favorite hunting ground, it's Tarjac.
Welcome back. Governor David Paterson makes a big decision regarding the future of hydrofracking in New York State before he leaves office. Here's more. Saying it would cost jobs and hurt the state's economy, Governor David Paterson has vetoed a bill that would put all new gas and oil well permits on hold until next May 15th. Paterson did call the bill well-intentioned. It was aimed mainly at horizontal drilling and fracking in deep shale formations, but also would have stopped conventional vertical drilling. That, Paterson said, would have cost hundreds, perhaps thousands of jobs and deprived governments of taxes and permit fees. At the same time, Paterson ordered the Department of Environmental Conservation to continue its review and analysis of horizontal fracking in the Marcellus Shale. The executive order goes on to say that if the DEC does approve that form of fracking, new well permits could be issued starting July 1st of next year at the earliest. Assemblymember Donna Lupardo, who voted against the moratorium, is applauding the governor's actions.
I support both of the actions that the governor took today. Not only did he veto the moratorium bill that I voted against, he at the same time put out an executive order basically denying permits for hydraulic fracturing using horizontal process until July 1st. So I think it pretty much satisfies the concerns that people had that DEC have the time that they would need. On the other hand, it doesn't wind up hurting the people who are currently drilling vertically, particularly out in the western part of the state.
Lupardo says she hopes the new governor, Andrew Cuomo, will uphold Paterson's executive order. Well, time now to turn things over to our friends at Prendismo.com, partnering with entrepreneurs for success. And this week's bit of business wisdom from someone who has lived it. What exactly does failure mean for an entrepreneur?
Success. Failure, you'll find with entrepreneurs, I think, failure is not an option. But if they do fail, it doesn't stop them. But I like to get out of bed and think, today I am going to win a new job. And I'm going to go in and I'm going to get that company to work for me. And that's what drives me, is that passion to, through my own work and through my own knowledge, turn a cold call into an absolute positive job for us, you know. And what keeps me awake at night? Nothing. Not anymore. I just sleep very, very well. I have to have the alarm clock to wake me up now. But nothing keeps me awake at night because I sleep well. But getting up in the morning, new day, new challenge. Let's, by the end of the day, have these 10 things done and let's get another client on board.
We hope you enjoyed that. When we come back, it's our business improvement segment, our latest tech tip from Cyber City, and the latest from Bob Stezzi from Stezzi Training and Consulting.